Hi, I'm Paddy from window&doorparts.ie, and in this video I'm going to show you how to retrofit a trickle vent into a UPVC window. The first thing we want to do is decide on the location for the vent. Now with existing windows you're very limited to where you actually can fit them. Fitting them in the frame, up on top, in most cases won't be an option because you won't be able to get a router or a drill in. If you can imagine, your plaster of your wall of your reveal will be tight to it. You just wouldn't get a tool in there. And another thing as well, in the majority of PVC windows, the frame section usually has steel reinforcing in it. Some window manufacturers use steel reinforcing in the window sashes as well as the frame. This makes it nearly impossible to drill or cut out the slots for the vent. Contact us for more information on how to check if your sashes have reinforcing. So we're going to position our vent in the top sash. To do this in situ would be really difficult, so we're going to remove the sash from the window. To remove the sash, simply remove the screws holding the hinges to the frame, 3 screws each side. Make sure you have a good strong grip on the sash as they're a lot heavier than they look, and get someone to help you hold it if you need to. Go to the side that has the glazing bead in it. In this case it's the outside, but this can be on the inside on your windows. If you go below this line you will break the glass. I'm going to mark 10mm above this line. I'm going to set my adjustable square against the top edge of the sash down to the point I just marked. Turn the sash over and mark this point on the opposite side. Next, measure the overall width of the sash. In this case it's 536mm. Dividing by 2 will give you the midpoint. Mark this on the sash. Mark the point where the two lines meet. Next, position the inside section of the vent over the hole and fix it with one of the screws provided. Use a measuring tape to ensure the vent is straight and fix it using the remaining screws. With a pencil, mark the end and centre sections of the vent. This will be the area where we will cut the slots. Measure the halfway point and add 5mm each side. Using the screw holes as a guide, mark the centre line. I'm using the straight edge of the sash to quickly mark the centre line. Now the day I filmed this my router was out of action, so I'm going to show you the alternative way to cut the slots. The diameter of the slot must be a minimum of 12.5mm. In this case I'm using a 13mm drill bit. So as you can see, I run the drill sideways after I have several holes drilled beside one another. I use a Stanley knife to cut the large sections and to clean off any burrs. Now turn the sash over to the other side and repeat the process. Determine the midpoints and mark them. Fit the vent to the sash and mark the end points and midpoint. Mark out the slot lines for cutting and repeat the process for cutting the slots. Now we're going to fit the vent on the inside and outside. Fit the cover caps that are provided. To finish off the installation, I would recommend sealing the outside section with silicone. This will stop any rainwater from getting into the sash. All that's left to do is refit the sash back into the frame.